Hello everyone, myself Sonam teacher. As you know, I am teaching you 7th standard English. We started with first 2 sessions of English grammar, that is parts of speech. Yes, that parts of speeches we started, and previously we had completed the noun. But before that, we will just get one time revision. Noun, pronoun, adjective, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunction and interjection. These are the 8 types of words. Those are known as parts of speech. From that, everything's definition and few examples we had seen. Afterwards, in second session we had seen the types of nouns or the kinds of nouns. From that, 2 kinds of nouns are remaining. We are going to continue today those remaining 2 types and the types of pronoun. So, by the slides you will understood what I am going to teach you exactly. The first slide, which is related to the concrete noun, as we completed the types of nouns first 3, and now we are going to complete concrete noun. A noun referring to things that can be perceived or experienced through any of our 5 senses, which means that it can be seen, touched or felt, tasted, smelled or heard, is called concrete noun. Understood? Which are the 5 sense organs? Yes, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. So, the things which can we feel with those sense organs are known as the concrete nouns. Yes, there is a specific rule that we can refer concrete nouns only for the physical objects or the real object which are visible or they can be sensed by us. So, examples: dog, ball, ice cream and so on. Here we have 3 examples. First sentence: put some sugar in the tea. Put some sugar in the tea. Okay. Sugar and tea, these are the 2 correct concrete nouns. Have you understood? Yes, those are testable. You can test with the help of your tongue both nouns, that are sugar and tea. Second one sentence: the dog was near school. The dog was near school. Which are the nouns? Yes, dog and school. These are the 2 examples. As we talk about, nouns are having 5 main kinds. So, one of them is abstract noun. And abstract nouns or the names, a quality or an idea. Abstract noun which tell about the quality or idea. What is quality or idea? See, abstract nouns are nouns that name abstract concepts. What are the abstract concepts? It is opposite to the concrete noun. How it opposite to the concrete noun? See, we talk about concrete nouns. Those are which we can feel, smell or with the help of sense organs we can feel them or sense them. But abstract nouns we cannot sense but we can feel. Yes, sensation and feeling are the different things. So, we can feel those things are known as abstract nouns. Abstract concepts are like anger, beauty, trust, faith, etc. I was happy at the news of her success. I was happy at the news of her success. In this sentence, you can say the idea or the feelings you express. Which feeling you express? Yes, happiness. Happiness you express here, that is an abstract noun. And you are happy due to her success. Yes, because of her success news. So, what is the success? It is an idea. Yes, also a abstract noun. She tried to restrain her anger. She tried to restrain her anger. What is anger? Yes, it is one type of feeling. If someone did anything which you don't like, that time you get angry. Yes, it is a feeling. Suppose your mother is cooking your favorite dish, what you want to eat on the Sunday. So what you will feel? Yes, you will feel happy because you loves to eat the favorite dish. Okay. People lost faith in some banks. People lost faith in some banks. What is faith? Yes, belief or just listen or trust on someone is known as faith. So we keep faith in God. Yes, we keep faith on our parents. Yes, correct one. Abstract nouns are those which cannot be sensed, but they can be felt by us or we can feel them. Yes, for example, happiness, anger, sorrow or sometimes anger. Yes, many more such examples you have to find out and note down in your rough notebook. And whenever I am going to give you the instructions, that time you have to write in your English grammar book with proper manner. So now we are going to see few exercises. So I am going to read the sentence. You have to identify the types of nouns. Question: identify the kinds of nouns of underlined word. The first sentence: the book was lying on the table. The book was lying on the table. Book and table are underlined word. So first one, book, is correct. It is a common noun. Very good. And second one, table, is also a common noun because the book or table are used for the same kind of group. Yes, so those are common nouns. And if we will go in detail, we can call them material nouns. Okay. Second sentence, love begets love. What? Love begets love. What is love? Yes, it is abstract noun. Just now we talk about it is a feeling. So love is a abstract noun. Third one sentence. Now you have to guess yourself. Okay. Wild animals live in forest. First word underlined is animals. Animals is which type of noun? Yes, correct. Animals, common nouns. Forest? Yeah, if we mention here a particular name of forest, then only it will be a proper noun. Or if we write there a name of your pet animal, then only it will be proper noun. But here we are talking commonly about the forest, so it is common noun. Fourth one, the childhood of Peter was full of mystery. The underlined words are childhood, Peter and mystery. You have to identify the types of nouns. First one word, childhood. Childhood is an abstract noun because we can see the child which is small, but we cannot feel it. Yes, childhood is an abstract noun. Peter, a name of person. Yes, it is a proper noun. If I will ask you what is your name, your answer will be Diya, Shreya, Ramesh, whatever else. What is your name? So your name or your relatives, your friends, family members' name, all will come under proper nouns. Very good. The last one word from the sentence is mystery. What is mystery? Yes, most of the time in the horror films or the films which are having the very deep story, where there is a background story or there is a plot inside the story, that time we see the mystery in the film. Yes. So mystery is an abstract noun which we cannot feel. Okay. So fifth one, all the girls were singing. All the girls were singing. Girls is the underlined word which is used for the commonly. Yes, so it is common noun. The last one sentence, the jury has given its verdict. The jury has given its verdict. Okay, This is related to the justice. Yes. What is justice? Very well. It is also an abstract noun. Okay. So, jury, collective noun. Very well. As we talk about the court which is giving justice to the people, there is a group of people or member of people or number of peoples are giving the decision in the court togetherly. So, that group of people is known as jury members. Yes, very well. So, jury is collective noun. When we use collective noun? Yes, when it is countable nouns, when the nouns are countable. What are countable nouns? Yes, I have 5 books, I have 3 chairs in my house, or I have a set of books. See, I had given you 2 examples differently about the books. I have 5 books and I have set of books. Okay. When I am saying I have 5 books, I have 5 books, that time it is a collective noun or it is known as countable nouns, which we can count like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes. So, I have 5 books, it is countable noun 5 books, but when I say I have a set of books, that time it is collective noun or it is uncountable. Sorry, it is collective noun. What is collective noun? Set. Yes, set means the number of books come together is a set. What is verdict? Yes, the decision given by the justice would be a verdict. So, verdict is a abstract noun. Now, before going to start the pronouns types, we will just go through the first definition of pronoun once again. Few examples we will solve and then we will go in detail about the pronouns types. See, the different types of pronouns we are going to see in detail. Before that, the definition once again. The term pronoun covers many words, some of which do not fall easily under the description. A word that replaces a noun or noun phrase is known as pronoun. Yes, there are 9 different kinds of pronoun, but before going in detail those kinds of pronouns, we will go just through few sentences where you have to use the pronouns. Complete the following sentences using the correct form of the pronoun given in the brackets. See, in bracket I had given the pronoun which are the first person. Okay, it is related to the first person. It might be singular or plural. So, you have to use it properly by making the suitable changes. First one, why are you shouting at me? Why are you shouting at me? Okay, in bracket what is? I. So, instead of I, what I mentioned there? Me means when you are going to use the pronoun, you should come to know that there are some slight changes according to the sentence while using the pronouns, as we are using the verbs in different tenses differently. If I will talk about live, L-I-V-E, live, I will use in present tense as it is L-I-V-E, live. Okay. In past tense, I will use L-I-V-E-D, lived, because it comes in past. So, I will use the verbs past tense, and if I want to use it in future tense, I will use a modal auxiliary before that, will, live. Same way, in pronoun also we have to make some slight changes while using in the sentences. We are waiting for, in bracket given, they, but what we have to write mention there? Correct, them. We are waiting for them. Third one, he shouldn't have done this to you. See, sometimes it will not change, it will come as it is, and it is an exceptional case about you. Okay. If I want to ask someone, a single person, a question, how are you? That time I will use word you, and if I want to ask the number of people who are sitting togetherly, that how they are, that time also I will use how are you. Okay. The you is the same pronoun, but we use it for singular also, plural also, but before that how will understood it is used for plural or the singular? Yes, by the helping verb. Which are the helping verbs? Am, is, are, was, were and shall, will. Very good. Means last year study also you did very well. So, you understood easily. He loves his parents more than anyone else. He loves his parents more than anyone else. Who loves to parents? He. But we mention here his, because his shows the relation between the boy and the parents. So, it will come under the one specific type of pronoun which we are going to see in detail after those questions. Okay. So, I will not disclose the type of name of that type. We didn't expect this from he. Okay. We not expect from he. So, what we have to use there? Him. Yes, we didn't expect this from him. Dash dash parents live abroad. Instead of I, my parents live abroad. See, if instead of my, I will use I, what happen? I, parents live abroad. It will not make sense. Yes, it will not make sense. So, that we have to make some changes while using such type of pronouns. Seventh one, he wants to marry her. He wants to marry her. The dog is happy. It has had dash dash breakfast. Correct. It's breakfast. We are moving to dash dash new home next month. Okay. Suppose you are going to change your house. So, how will you tell? Yes, you will say we are moving to our new house. Okay. Instead of we new house, what you will say? Our new house or home next month. Good. 10th one, when I am reading the sentence, you have to be careful that how I am going to make the each and every word, or I am pronouncing the word differently with the different sentences. Okay. He has never been to the country where dash dash parents were born. His. Yes. He has never been to the country where his parents were born. The last two sentences from that, the second last is between you and me. Instead of I, between you and I, what I use there? Between you and me, I don't trust him. Okay. Last one, we are waiting for she. If I say we are waiting for she, it will not make the sense. So that sometimes might be you don't know the grammar's rule or you forgot the rule, but when you read the sentence, you understood that the sentence is not making the sense, means something is wrong. So, you have to read again the sentence and automatically you will find out the queries. We are waiting for her. Yes. So, now we are going to see in detail about the types of pronoun, but before that I will tell you there are total 9 types of pronoun, but this year we are going to see few of them in detail. Remaining will be taught in the next class. So, we will go through the slides. So, you can note down those types of pronouns in your rough book. Types of pronouns. First one, demonstrative pronouns. When I am reading the names, you just keep your ears attentive. Why? Because by the names of the types only you can identify, or might be you will guess what will comes under it. Okay. Second one, indefinite pronoun. Third one, interrogative pronouns. Fourth one, personal pronouns. Fifth one, possessive pronouns. Sixth one, relative pronouns. Seventh, reciprocal pronouns. Eighth one, reflexive pronouns. And ninth, the last one is intensive, or it else also known as empathetic pronouns. I will repeat those types. You have to mention in your rough book. Demonstrative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, interrogative pronouns, personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, relative pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and last one, intensive or empathetic pronouns. See those types of pronouns mentioned here, but what I said in detail, we are going only few types this year. So first one is personal pronouns. Okay, what you understood by the word personal? Yes, it is related to a person, himself or the closest one. The personal pronouns examples: I, you, he, she, it, we, they and who. Okay, I is used for the singular first person. You is used both for singular and plural. He, she, it are used, he and she are used for the singular. It, we, they are used for the plurals. And who? Yes, correct one. They are used for both. More often than not, but certainly not always. What is this? Don't get confused. I will read it once again for you. More often than not. Okay? Means it is not ignored, but sometimes. But certainly not always. It is not always come or replaced, but sometimes they are replaced. They are replaced noun representing people. Yes, they are only replaced for the names of peoples, or they are known as which nouns? Proper nouns. Yes, the exact word is for the proper nouns. Personal pronouns only replace the proper nouns. Correct. When most people think of pronouns, it is the personal pronouns that usually spring to mind. Means usually they are changed or used. Examples. First one, we can't all be heroes because somebody has to sit on the curb and clap as they go by. The first word is highlighted, that is we. We use this pronoun for the group of people for the plurals. Second one sentence, I bought some berries but they weren't included. I bought some berries but they weren't included. I is used instead of name of the person. If I will read this sentence with my name, Sonam bought some berries but they weren't included. Here you can use your own name, and then you will come to know that instead of our own name, we had mentioned their pronoun, that is I. The third one sentence, you need to come with me. You need to come with me. You and me are the pronouns used, or they are replaced instead of the names. Suppose Sita need to come with me. Sita need to come with me. But second me will be the my name and first one is Sita. So instead of Sita, you need to come with me. The second one type of pronoun is relative pronouns. What is relative? Yeah, by the word relative only you understood the closest one or the relation between the two person. Yes, relative pronouns are used to add more information to a sentence. Relative pronouns help to add more information to the sentence, but related to which, that, who, including whom and whose. and where are all related pronouns. Means they tell that it deals with something or someone. For both persons and things, they tell the relation, how they relate with each other. For example, the paper was bought by you, it was or that was mine. The paper was bought by you, that was mine. That words denotes the paper which was brought by you. So, it is relative pronoun. Let us see few examples, so in detail you will understood. The first one example, Dr. Adam Sissons, who lectured at Cambridge for more than 12 years, should have known the difference. Okay? The word who is related to the Adam Sisson and the Cambridge University. Yes, it is relation, showing the relation between those two things. So, who is the relative pronoun? In this example, the relative pronoun who introduces the clause who studied at Cambridge for 12 years and refer back to Dr. Adams Sisson. Second one, the paper which was bought by me yesterday. The paper which was bought by me yesterday, which is the relative pronoun which tell the relation between the paper and myself regarding buying the paper. In this sentence, which is relative pronoun? Yes, already we had talked about that. That is which. We were playing with that ball which was yours. Okay, here two words are highlighted. Those are relative pronouns. Which are they? Correct. That, which. These are the two pronouns which are known as relative pronouns. So, in this way we completed the all slides, but I want to conclude one more time what we seen today. Okay, we talked today about the types of pronouns, which only two types of pronoun. But before that, in last session we talked about the types of nouns. Which were the types of nouns? Yes, proper noun, common noun, collective noun, concrete noun and abstract noun. Just take a glance or once remind yourself which are the various types. The proper noun which tell about the name of person, place, thing. Yes, building. Common nouns, those are only about the group of people or commonly used. Okay. Collective nouns, yes, when the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people come together. So, they are playing togetherly from the one specific for a specific school. So, you are saying it is a team of particular school. So, collective nouns are set, team, yeah. Concrete nouns which can be sensed by us with the help of sensory organs. Which are those? Yes, eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. Very well. An abstract noun, just today we talk about the abstract noun. Those are cannot be felt, but they cannot be touched, but they can be felt. Yes. And the common nouns were having the two different types. They were, yes, countable and uncountable. When we talk about countable, they can be counted by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and infinitively. But when we talk about uncountable nouns, they cannot be counted like 1, 2, 3, but they can be measured by the units. What are the units? Yes, 1 kilometers, 1 kg or 1 kilo, centimeter, millimeter, liter, etc. For example, if the guest came at your home, you offer them water, what you will say? Take a glass of water. Yes, take a glass of water. That glass of water, a glass of water means one glass. here we are not using one for the water, we are using it for the glass. Got it? When we talk about a book, yes, I have a book, I have 2 books, I have 3 books, it is countable. But when I say about the tea, you cannot count the tea. If I will say how much tea you drink today, so what you will say? A cup of tea or 2 cup teas I had drink today, but you will not say that 1 tea, 2 tea, 3 tea, yes. So, countable and uncountable nouns are the 2 different types of common nouns. So, here we are going to conclude today's episode, and in next session we are going to continue the remaining kinds of pronouns. Okay, the remaining kinds of pronouns we are going to continue in next session. Till then, you have to revise your running notes, whatever you had written during the session, and suppose you had left some writing, so no issue, you will get the notes. So, be safe, stay at home. Thank you.